now she doesn't want to leave her. I'm like, girl, you go to work all the time. Like, you leave all the time. You travel all the time. Just, it's okay. Just go. But she has to call Jerome and she's like, look, I don't know if I should be doing this, yada, yada, yada. And he just tells her, like, you need to do this for yourself. I feel like it was all just a stage thing, but it is what it is. Ashley, thoughts?
I mean, I hate that her cousin has been so boxed in that he's literally just her emotional support person. It's really getting annoying. And if she's really calling this man every day for her little minor situations, it's got to be draining for him. I'm actually praying for Jerome if this is reality, because Tia needs to just stop it. First of all, she got left anyway, because again, what's the point of an assistant if they can't get you on the plane? She was definitely dragging it, acting like she's just this oh so involved parent. And I'm not saying she doesn't love her baby and that she doesn't want to be with her, but you're dragging it, ma'am. Get to Vegas already, or don't. Like, I think the issue that I'm having with this entire season is the fact, if you're so distraught and destroyed about this divorce that happened 2 years ago, why is everything that you guys have done in this series centered around being married and now not married? Like, you have the divorce party in the beginning. Now you're having an anti-bachelor. Why couldn't this just be a friends get together? Like, and then we wonder why she's crying all the time. You're rehashing the fact that you lost this marriage every second that you get. Like, I'm just, again, I don't know whose idea this was, but it didn't track for me. And no, I don't believe you were that distraught about leaving Cairo. And damn it, I don't believe Cairo's gonna miss you that much. I think she's gonna go over there with her daddy and have a ball. I do. I think he got a toy room set up for her. I think they're gonna have a ball. I think Tyra probably stresses that baby. That baby don't have a clue in the world. And Cairo, don't you just think, Mommy, I want a burger, okay? Like, I want to roll around in the floor. I don't want to talk to you about your emotional breakdowns, lady. Like, just go on. I don't buy it. If this was her first baby that she had in her old age, I'd buy it, girl. But you got a whole teenager over there, and you done raised and worked and did all this. I don't believe it. Sorry.
Tyra.
I was over there with Ashley. Like, this isn't not to say that her career has fallen off, or that she isn't working, but this is not the sister era. This is not the game era. You're not on set constantly. You're not shooting something. Like we said here, she's child, which we'll get to with the movie role. Baby, you're good. You're home. This is probably the most home she's ever been in her career. Even so much that we are able to give time and try to choose, if she says one more time she's a businesswoman. As a businesswoman, we get it to you. We got all these endeavors that you're active, and we know it because you stay on the social media showing us your little dances and your little TikToks and your outfits. Cool. Leave that baby alone. Leave that baby alone. I want them to get Cairo some speech therapy, okay? Because I don't know what she be saying. I knew she was sad about the groans. You know how Bane, my dog, when he was like, I knew she was sad just for that. But Tia just can't even, like, this guilt trip. As soon as all Cairo said was, "Oh, mommy, where are you going?" "Who, me? Where am I going? Mommy's going with some friends." And I just like, girl. Stop acting. All she asked you was, "Where were you going, ma'am?" Like, let it go. This whole contrived situation just so she could conveniently miss the flight. This was all a plot device just for the, is Tia gonna make it? Is she gonna make it to Vegas? Leave Cairo alone. This is why that big baby said, "I don't want no parts of this stuff." This is why he told her no. Because I don't got time for this script, this acting. Let that baby go to her daddy's house. All this guilt tripping. She putting a whole lot on Cairo. She has been putting a lot on Cairo's shoulders. Cairo was the show. Cairo was the show from episode what 2 on up to here. Let the baby rest.
Okay. I cannot. But yeah, I mean, honestly, no. I felt like it was a little bit staged. I was like, come on, Tia. Now, y'all know this is not how that went down. That baby did not say, "I don't want you to go, don't go," and all the extra stuff. Now, they did cut the camera because, of course, we don't see when she actually takes her in. You know what I'm saying? We don't actually see that part, but I don't think that's what happened.
She need to leave Jerome alone. Jerome just be rolling over like Urang. You're a good mother. Tia, you deserve this. Girl, go have your time. He just roll over with the ready of encouragement. I was thinking the same thing, Jerome. I needed that. You my shiro. Girl, get your ass on that plane.
And then a hero comes
Come
along.
on.
Yeah, that's how he rock.
And where they going? Who? You know what? I don't know. I don't know these women's careers path. I'm not gonna say Tia paid for the trip. I don't know. They may. Hey man, I'm sorry. It just wasn't given. I don't know. It don't give coin on the plane. I feel like Tia paid for the trip and the plane.
You know they paid for the trip. You know Tia and the production paid for this trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
They ain't put 5 on it. They ain't paid for no meals. They ain't paid for them scrippers. They didn't pay for anything. They were riding on our coattails.
Listen, I hope the show was paying for all of it, because I wouldn't be paying my money for none of this. Personally. So let's talk about the friends, y'all. So we get to meet a new friend of the group. They've been friends for a couple of years. We get to meet Tahiri. Apparently she comes from growing up hip hop. Now I wasn't in growing up hip hop like that. I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't watch all of it. I just remember Vanessa and I think Bow Wow, and it was a lot of them that was over there. But I'm not familiar with her. So Ash, I'm gonna let you watch this one. So who is Tahiri, and give us a little insight.
Tahira is Pep from Salt and Peppa's niece, right? And so when she was on Growing Up Hip Hop, Pep had brought her kind of in the fold, and we got to meet her white man, her Jamaican mother, and we kind of learned a lot from her. Now, you know that Growing Up Hip Hop is very salacious, very wild. You know, she had her own little dramas on there, and I think Tia needed to ask her in the beginning, how do I do this reality show that grabs people's attention? Because clearly the game changed when Tahiri was on the mic. Like, she came over and she added some flair, right? She added a little bit of, intrigue. Like, let's do this little Vegas bucket list. I thought that was very cute. I think we needed to see Tahiri from the very beginning, honestly, because I think she knows the framework, the groundwork to make reality TV interesting without going overboard. Like, when you saw her on Love and Hip Hop, she was embroiled in a couple of little tiffs, but it was kind of cute and classy. You know what I'm saying? I think she brought the right element, and I wish she would have been introduced to us a little bit sooner. I honestly cared more about her and what she had going on back with that man of hers, if they're still together, how that baby's doing. That's what I was concerned about more than Tia, unfortunately.
I was here for Tahira. Like, I was like, oh, okay. I wish we had known her before. I felt like she brought all of this energy right from the jump. We see she getting the spanking in the van. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like these little things, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I like the friend group of this, because Alina has always kind of been like low key, and she just that friend is kind of just there. So I don't feel like we've gotten a lot from her. Natasha, to me, has been, I feel like they really are real friends. Her and Sierra, I think that is a scripted friend. And of course, I think Alina is her real friend. Like, I'm serious. Like, I don't think that her and Sierra are real friends. I think that she might work for her, but I don't know if she works for her, if you know what I mean. So I love seeing this. And, she talks about how they were friends for they've been friends for 2 years, ever since she moved out to Cali and stuff like that. I'm like, this is what we should have been seeing all along. Thoughts on the friend group, Tyra?
I mean, we've been hanging out with them other ones since the show started. They did what they could with what they had. They didn't have a lot. Child, I was like, where y'all been hiding her? What happened? Did something disconnect to where she couldn't be here for the rest of the show? Because baby, and first of all, and you said Salt and Peppa's.
Yeah, this is Pep. This is Pep's niece. Mm-hmm.
Girl, that sounds too close to my sister-in-law, baby cousin, Daddy Tracy. Like, my cousin over there on my left hand. Like, girl, I gotta do all that to explain who you are. So nobody, okay. She brought, what she could for whoever the hell she is. I was here for it. She should have been there sooner. It's unfortunate that she wasn't. She was a little burst of energy where there is absolutely none, child.
Yeah, I liked her. And I feel like she brought out the energy of the group. Like, you know how sometimes you have that one person that kind of uplifts the group per se and just gives it a little something. I feel like that's kind of what she did, because like you said, we've already seen the rest of them together and we never got this type of energy like ever.
Where did this little ragtag group of friends from though? Like, these are your friends, are they?
Tyra said, "This is your man.
This is your man." Girl, these ain't your friends. Like, I'm telling you, Tia's friends said no. Like, I could maybe give her Essence. Because Essence says, well, I'll pull up for that first episode. I'll be on the panel, but I ain't trying to be on the show. No, Tia, I ain't like. These are your friends. Oh, okay, ma'am.
She said that Elena been her friend for a long. They grew up together, and like I said, Sierra is just an assistant. I don't know where she came from.
Is she an assistant though? Cause why?
I don't know.
And why aren't you
I
fired?
ain't never seen her do no work.
Me either. Not a thing. What is she booked?
I've never seen her with no.
I don't know. This group gives me, it's just like associates. It doesn't give me friends.
Okay.
Maybe Natasha. Maybe.
Well, they had a doggone list, and I was here for this list. I was like, let's see if Tia actually gonna do this list, because I wasn't quite sure if she was gonna do anything on this list. As a matter of fact, I wasn't sure she was gonna show up at first, but we get her there, right? And we're gonna do this list, and we have all sorts of things on this list, from kiss a stranger to get a piggyback ride to get a piece of clothing, bachelorette party list stuff, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Were y'all shocked that first of all, did y'all think Tia was going to do any of the things on the list, first of all? And were y'all shocked that she actually was participating? I'll start with you, Tyra.
Girl, if she hadn't done the stuff on this list, I would have just cut it off, okay? Because what did we come to Vegas for? What was the whole trip for? I was very glad that, she was loosening up and having her moment. I was like, girl, why you didn't have no bachelorette party? What you mean y'all just went out for drinks? Or she said they went dancing or dinner or something. I was like, girl, what the hell is that? What were you doing? I was glad to get here and see her just relax. Just relax and not, it just felt like she wasn't worried about being perceived a certain way, and she was just acting normal. And there hasn't been a whole lot of feeling of her acting normal here. And I was like, if it took for Tahira to get here and all your friends to get together, then you should have started off episode 1 in Vegas. Exactly. Y'all could have just did a girls' road trip. They could have did what was that? The Eat, Pray, Slay, Love situation.
That would have been a good one too. If they had did something like that, I think it would have been good, because we know they wouldn't have been turned up the entire time, but it could have had that type of feel with it, and it could have just been like a little limited series or something. And I think that would have done more of what she was trying to do than anything else. And we could have just left the divorce stuff out of it altogether. In my opinion, we know that you divorced, and we get that divorce is hard. Nobody's saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I just feel like we harped on it way too much, and it kind of just brought down the energy of the show for me. I was just like, why we here? Like, we don't want to live there.
We couldn't even get here. I went to Vegas so many times with Corey. And so, girl, did you go to Whole Foods? Can you go to Whole Foods again? Oh, okay. It's okay.
Okay. No, but I get it though. I mean, it did feel like it was just energy draining. Ash, thoughts?
I don't think she did the list justice. I mean, she did something, but it's like, go hug a stranger. Okay, let me grab this baby. Can I hug your baby? I'm like, okay, girl. But I mean, she put up she gave it the old college try, and I'm not mad about it. I guess she moved based in the realm of what her publicist would allow, and I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I like the idea of the scavenger hunt. I thought it was fun. I thought it was more excitement than we've seen all season. I was here for it. It'd be something I would do. I think that is a fun Vegas type of activity to do.
Yeah, I think it is too. I was happy that she actually participated in it and that she actually did some of the things. I was like, oh, okay, you're going to get on somebody back. But what is funny is that, well, you know what? I'll wait for it, because I'll wait for it. But I was glad that she did all of this. I was like, oh, okay, even though she did try to, do a little bit of foolery and a little bit of trickery at some point, because, girl, you were supposed to go kiss somebody, not try to get a baby to kiss you that didn't even kiss you. He don't know you. That baby trying to kiss you. So anyway, y'all, we got to talk about the strip club, because the strip club was like one of the highlights of the episodes, right? I mean, and we kind of like, we're in Vegas for both of these episodes, right? So, but we go to the strip club, and I was clutching my pearls, because I was like, is Tia gonna actually, what we finna do? And girl, when she turned around and when she licked that stuff off that man, I said, ooh, first of all, that's what I said. And then I was like, okay, Tia, I see you. I was shocked and appalled all at the same time. I'm not prude in any sense of the word, but I was just like, okay, Tia is licking something off. So I don't know where I don't know. I guess at this old age, as Ash say, I be thinking about like stuff way too much. If I be in my head too much, because I'm thinking about all the hands that was on that chest and all the stuff that was going on and all the germs that probably just happened. And I probably shouldn't be thinking that about it too hard.
You
Just take some
should.
drinks and keep going. But that's where I was thinking. So anyway, Ashley, go ahead.
This was not the Pank. It wasn't Eden. This was not my cup of tea. I don't want to see them up there, and I was disgusted by this. And this lets you know that baby Tia a freak. All right, let's not. If you're willing to put your tongue on a stranger that may have had other fluid substances on that same chest earlier that day, you're not new to this. You're true to this, ma'am. I don't buy the hype. I don't buy it at all. The way she laid down there on that stage, she was ready to go to work. None of this, again, this like, oh, I'm a good girl. I don't believe it. Girl, she had the time of her life, and talk about, can we do it again? Can we go back again? I was like, yeah, Tia. Yeah. She loved every second of that used Peter Weeder popping her in her face and her back, flipping her over. She loved it. She loved
Peter Reader.
Ashley.
Listen, you never shocked to amaze me with these nicknames. Okay, Peter Reader. Okay. Yeah. So Tyra, about that Peter Weeder, what was your thoughts?
So what about it? Because I'm not gonna play with Tia. Corey looked like he give back shots. Like, what are you talking about? Acting like you ain't never been outside, girl. Like, this is who she is. I don't know why we are so reluctant to move in this light and keep up with the good girl persona. Like, you can't be this, but you didn't want old clean cut Charles to like, oh my God, he's gonna hold my hand. What if he rubs my elbow? But you get here, these are strangers. And these weren't even bomb ass stripper hoes. Like, these were like, I was like, where they find this ragtag group of strippers at? This is what's happening in Vegas. This ain't no Magic Mike. That is not. That ain't Channing Tatum, girl. That ain't what that was. Like, they looked real fidget in the body. That's like, it looked uncouth and unclean. It just, they look like they smell. So I was like, if we could get there and let them gyrate all in our face and do body rolls on the cleavage and lick whipped cream off the chest, but we didn't want Charles, in his children save the world sweater to hold her hand. Yeah, you a lie. You're an absolute lie. I just wish she would have just let loose, because you don't flip like this overnight. This is her having a good time with her friends. You could have just been this from the beginning. I think she was kind of stuck between, it was like, okay, well, I'll give you guys, it's 8 episodes. Okay, I'll give you like 1.5 episodes of, me just being me. And the rest will be just, me being a mom with Cairo, and we can have Jerome, because I don't want to just be, oh my God, I just can't like that. Girl, you can't tell me Corey wasn't hemming that ass up. I don't have time for you and these shenanigans, but I was here for her, living her best life with her friends and having a good time. This was fun to see her do, because we haven't seen her do anything of the sort so far.
Exactly. No, absolutely. I think that this was a good time. I think this was finally something that was more real than anything else that we've seen. I feel like she let her guard down. I feel like she stopped thinking about PR, even though we see at the end how they edited it out. We saw y'all and how y'all edited this thing out. When it got to the good stuff, y'all tried to edit it down with the thing. I was like, okay, but it is what it is. At least we got that much, you know what I mean? But I was like, the way Tia was putting her hands behind, I was like, okay, yeah, Tia, we know that you're a little freak. That's why I asked that question earlier. Do we really think Tia is this prude? Because I don't think so. I think Tia got a lot of freak in her. And I think Cora was, you ain't gonna say that. But yeah, I think she got a lot of freak. I think she got a lot of freak in her. And I think I think this is what we should have been seeing. We ain't got to see, we just should see the fun Tia. Because I feel like you're hiding the fun Tia and giving us this other Tia that we were over when you were younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us the grown woman Tia that's newly single. I'm gonna say newly because she act like it's new.
This is raised limos, Tia.
Okay, come on now. Let's do something else. So I did enjoy that part right there. And what was even funnier, I don't have the picture of it, but what was even funnier was when the next day everybody else is all hungover, but she's the only person that's not hungover. I was like, let me
You
find
say
that.
because I can drink people. I can drink y'all under the table. I'm like, okay, I can handle my liquor. Yeah, you wouldn't know that unless you was getting plastered, ma'am. Like, ma'am, girl.
That part. That's exactly what I thought. I said, oh, so you really do be drinking because that's the only way that you know. Like that's the only way. Nobody knows what their limit is until they test it. I'm sorry, Ashley. She be drinking.
Yeah, she'd probably be one of them solo drinkers alone in the bathroom. She might not even put. She's one of those moms who puts like vodka in the Stanley cup. I think that I think she'd be tipping and dipping at home. Somebody, well,
I
nobody
think so
knows. And
too.
she acts drunk and she cries all the time. And normally, a lot, people, I'm not saying everybody who's emotional does this, or yeah, she be tipping and dipping. Her eyes be red. She be looking bloodshot. Yes, like I said, she puts it in the Stanley cup in the water bottle, and she goes to work.
And I think she probably smoked a little too because I feel like Corey lips look like he be smoking, and I feel like they was in there smoking together.
Tia is not clean cut girl. Corey is okay.
I know.
And all of that. That's why we knew she wasn't feeling Charles because Charles is, but he ain't. And all of these men that she didn't even let get in her face, they had to be some. Like we know what you like. Like what are you talking about? There's Tamara. There's Tamara and Mr. Housley, and then there's Tia. Okay, we know what's up. So stop acting like, girl. Okay, all right.
Okay, and I'm here for every bit of it. I just want her to do that, like be that, like girl, because that's what's relatable. Like that's what's relatable. Like it's a lot of us that, you know what I'm saying, but that's relatable, Tia, and that's what you got to do. You got to show people the real, not the fake. Fake is not relatable, and people will call you out on that every single time. I love Tia, but I just want her to be real with herself because ain't no way you been around that man with them bold dark lips and not ain't no way. I'm telling you, they got everything.
That man lips, EJ. Like Corey is Chi-Town, Chicago. Girl. Tia, sit down.
Because I know they had them purple bags, girl. I know that they was drinking Crown. I know that them Henny bottles was flowing. Like I just feel like it was a lot of brown liquor going around in there. That's all I'm saying. Like I know it, but I just want her to go ahead and be real with it. Shoot, let us know because I like a good brown liquor. I'm not mad at it. But, the next day, like I said, she was able to hold her liquor, but the rest of them had to go get some IV shots. They went and got tattoos. They just went and did all the things. She had her tattoo already picked out. And I learned that Tia is a Cancer, which actually makes a little bit more sense because I am a Cancer too. I'm very highly sensitive and I do cry a lot. And those things do hold true for a lot of Cancers, not all of us, but so I was like, oh, okay, we got the same sign. Okay, I see it. Poolside though, y'all. The poolside was fun. I thought this was a nice little fun scene. We get Chippendales this time. We just happen to run into the Chippendales. I was trying not to laugh. We just happen to run into the Chippendales, and they gonna give us you gonna get a little lap dance. Look at Tia. See, look at Tia. I know she a little freaky. Tyra, go ahead.
My baby said she was just watching. She was like, so are these like paid actors? Nobody's just coming up to her. Is this a scripted show, Mom? Is this real? Like, I got first of all, I'm gonna send y'all a little bit because I was recording. I'm sending y'all a little voice notes of that little girl because she was like, she's getting on my nerves, Mom. All this. I was like, we've only watched one episode. But I mean, I wish she would have fully committed, like Ashley said, to the check off. And it's like, I'm gonna do it, but I gotta do it in my own way. Why? Why do you says who? Who's gonna penalize you, Tia, if you get a kiss from a random man? If you and it's not a kiss on the cheek from a man, like girl, the whole winking thing. Even this felt like, okay, now you're gonna come over and lap that, but don't like do too much. Just a little something. You're gonna get a man a high five for his troubles. Ciao. I mean, I was just happy to see her loosen up, but baby, this is scene 2, act 1.
Girl, okay, that part. Actually, your face say it all.
The girls look nice in their bathing suits when they came out. I thought that was cute or whatever. Yeah, again, Tia, you're not fooling anybody, girl. He said, let's go in this cabana. She said, okay. Okay. She rubbing all in the small of his back. He'd been out there sweaty. She liked them locks. She said, where the with the dreads. Hey, she was here for it. She gonna do it her way. I don't know. I don't know what she thought giving us these little pieces of her real self were going to do, other than just show us how insincere she was being for most of the season. I definitely believe that people are complex and all of those things, but girl, you're not this person. Like I said, you've been to the grown people store. You've been around the block. You've been hemped up, as Tyra says, a couple times. And this is no different. She loved every single second of it. A prude would not allow this man in public, pool full of people, to get on you, straddle you, do the most. And this is one of them cutaway scenes too, EJ, because he was gyrating, throwing it on her chin, forehead, everywhere, and she was loving it as everybody was watching. Tia is a freak. She's a freak. And all the friends loved it too. And then little Sierra tried to get her little 2 cents in. I said, go somewhere. And it wasn't even a shot, y'all. They poured the whole picture on that man. I said, what is this?
That's what this goddamn. What's my Ariana Grande shirt on? Sit down. Let's sit down. You and your Ariana Grande shirt, Sierra. Sit down right now. Nobody asked. I was taking one for the team. Not my proudest moment. Like, girl, who paid you to be here? Please, Sierra, not right now. We're trying to get done with this show.
She wanted some attention. I was like, girl, I could have went my whole life without seeing you pour that picture on that man and suck it off his belly button with his little boot down there.
At least he just happened to have on, swim trunks and a Speedo underneath for good measure, because that's how we be walking around at the poolside to give her article of clothing. My baby say, "Oh, Mom, is this scripted? Are they paid actors?"
Yes, baby. Yes.
But yes. Tell her yes. That is absolutely what's happening here. And we all know it.
Why is she crying? What is going on, Mom? She's getting on my nerves. This is the first episode. You've never watched any of the rest. Oh, Lord.
Listen, but that's the only thing that I will say about Tia is that she always gonna cry. That part it hadn't changed. Her and her sister, they good for a doggone cry.
Even this felt like an optic moment, like the whole, like they look good. It felt like a music video. I was like, what y'all gonna do a little dance? Make a little love, get down tonight.
Now, y'all, I thought we had went past this. I thought this was like, okay, we're just moving too fast, yada, yada, yada. But then Charles still sending these text messages. If y'all called it off, why would Charles still be just randomly sending text messages out of the blue? Is this text message I had a lot of questions about this. I just felt like this was, I don't want to keep just driving it in the thing. I'm not going to keep doing it. I don't know what it was about this Charles thing, just felt concocted again. Like Charles is back. She wants to, she doesn't know, should I have left? Did I make the right decision with Charlie? You don't even know him like that per se. So how could you question the decision? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Because I really don't think she liked him. And it just irritated me. Charles, is Charles back? Is Charles a real thing? Did I misread the whole situation? Because I feel like she didn't like him, Tyra. Did I misread that?
You calling me first?
Yeah.
Girl. Oh, Tia makes my ass itch, like in the worst way. Because why are we here? Like, first of all, we ain't seen no text from Charles pop up on the screen this whole show, and all of a sudden we need to see his message. This indecisiveness that came out of nowhere. Did I make a mistake with Charles? Like, girl, make me raise up, make me get up and hit you. Like, girl, she pissed me off, EJ. Like, we were doing so fine. We know that 89% of the show is scripted. We were doing fine with you just living your best life, okay? This whole, I don't want to go out. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna think about Charles. Girl, you don't want Charles. That ain't no nigga, okay? You don't want that man. You don't want that man. Why are you playing? Who is this for? It's like she wanted us to end off with this as if they were going to try to pursue a real relationship if things go further and they get to know each other long enough and date enough, because I'm really interested in Charles. Girl, you don't like that man. Mm-hmm. Charles don't want you. You know what? They don't want each other, okay? This is not it. The next brother we see her with will not be Charles. It's gonna
be a brother.
It's gonna be one of them man to eat. Girl, I'm not gonna play with you.
No, I don't mean to eat it. Ashley.
Fabricated. This is fabricated and a lie. And the fact that let's just say for kicks and giggles that this was real. You mean to tell me you ended it with this man 2 days later? Oh, I'm questioning everything. Let me, Charles. I think I moved too quickly. I think I cut you off too fast. I want you, Charles. I need you, Charles.
Real
No,
bad.
it's never been that. It's never that. It never gave that. This never gave steam heat. This never gave real attraction. She didn't even let this man hold her hand. Baby, listen, I just, and the way he sat up with the friends, I'll never forget it in that episode and talk about, I want to date her for the rest of my life. I can see her as my wife. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. Here's what happened. She laid down on that stage, let that dingling sit on her forehead, on her titties, all that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then she got horny. And she said, listen, let me call this man because he might be the closest thing I have to some D. You know what I'm saying? In my orbit. I'm feeling myself right now. I'm feeling a little randy. Let me call him and let me just have a conversation. That's all I can put in my mind. Because why?
If y'all don't think Tia got some hitters in that phone to come through swinging, y'all crazy. She got some no face, no cases in that phone. Girls,
I believe that. And
I'm telling you, the ones in there that they got a couple of eggplant emojis attached to their name, they don't look like and act like Charles. Sit down, Tia.
Because Charles was safe. We know Tia type. So I'm sorry. You know Tia type.
She's like, he's a good man. He's such a good man. Am I making a mistake? A good man for what? Would you better get married again? Yeah, sit down.
I guess anything for clout. I'm just over it. Because why? Why, Charles? Why? And why are you encouraging this, sir? How much is the check? How much are they paying you to be here?
It was enough.
Listen, Charles said he got exposure. Okay? He got exposure. Now he about to go out there and find his real girl. They know that he'll pop up on you. They know that he'll buy little corsets. You know what I'm saying? They know this. So that's what Charles was here for. I'm not mad at Charles. Watch where you'll see him on another dating show. Guaranteed.
He might be ready to love. Listen.
Okay. Because he going to be ready. But yeah, honestly, y'all, that was really all that really went down inside of the show. There were other little extra little things here and there, but not really worth a whole big conversation about. Overall thoughts of the show. Honestly, for me, it was just okay. I'm not going to say, it's the worst thing ever. It was okay. It was nice to see Tia get back out here. I just wish she had brought her authentic self. That's all I would have asked for from this show. We didn't need all the extras. If this was going to really be about my next act, it really needed to be her next act and not so much living in the past. I felt like we did so much crying and so much reflecting on the past that we never got to see what the true next act was, in my opinion. Tyra, overall thoughts?
Girl, who was them ending statements for? I'm saying these mission statements. Girl, this is it. You got your check and you leaving. We ain't gonna hear from you again with another season. This is your last act. So yeah, Kyle's gonna go on, and I'm gonna my new movie. Tia, go to hell. Go to the hot place, girl, with that yellow dress on. You can go. You can just all be on fire. You can holla in Harlem Shake in the fiery pits of hell with this tired ass show. Because baby, I don't know who this was for and why. She could have kept it. This was clearly for a check. The ending statements make me feel like, this was it. She has no plans to come back with anything. This is not a series or regular thing for her. This was it. This was just, hey Tia, somebody offered her a check and she took it. And it's like, well, I can do it, but it has to be on my terms, my way. And that's what this is exactly what this was. I feel like she had full control over everything. And somebody felt that they could capitalize off of she's divorced. It's in the public. Let's do it. We TV it. And she got her renter friends together, some real, some fake. And, called Jerome, old standby /therapist /cousin /babysitter. And she's like, well, I could spend, a bunch of episodes on the kids. And baby said, no, you can take Cairo. Cairo will be there. She ain't none the wiser. And that's just all that was. I don't think she is ready, clearly, to just be herself out in the open and reveal any truths. This is just, hey, I got a check. Have fun spending it, girl.
Because why was her and Corey in Vegas all the time? Girl, we know. Go
Freak
ahead,
off.
Ashley.
Yeah. This show was a disappointment to me. And like we've said it multiple times. I feel like she did her fans, her people a disservice by not showing up authentically as herself. This felt like a part like PR stunt. Part I want you guys to have sympathy for me, so I'm gonna cry on cue as much as I can. I feel like she insulted the intelligence of her audience with this piece, and I'm really disappointed in that. And I feel like if those were her goals, right? Like I want to do this for PR, I want to set up my next ventures, whatever. I think there was a better way to do that. My recommendation going forward, if she ever delves into the world of reality again, get a better team. Consult with your public. She's very much online all the time. Ask the fans what they want from you, because baby, this wasn't it. It did not. Like, I viewed her better before this than after. And not that I view her as a bad person, because baby, a check is a check. But I feel like I look at her differently now, because now I feel like you don't show up authentically as yourself at again, this age. Ma'am, you're approaching 50. It's time to embrace who you are and share that with the world. If you're going to do reality TV, you never had to do this, baby. You could have sat in your cute little gated home and minded your Black-owned business and cashed them Lifetime and Hallmark checks. You did not have
Black-owned
to do that.
business. My next act could have been her doing everything but acting. She could have been talking about her business, the hair care line, all the other ventures, the clothing, the cookware, the cooking show. She could have did all of that stuff. Girl.
Anything would have been better than this. I feel like it was an insult, kind of. You know what I mean? But we thank y'all for showing up every single week to talk about it, like in numbers. We appreciate that, though.
See, I like that idea. My next act, she could have just been doing everything but acting. That would have been a good show. Her just trying everything under the damn sun, and this is me running the business, me a fish out of water. All I've ever known is acting and being on shows. This is something different for me. Watch me work.
Mm-hmm. And I think that would have just been I think it would have been more relatable. And I think that's what reality shows all boil down to. Either you're going to have ones that are relatable, or they're going to be super messy and just keep you wanting to come back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to know what's going to happen with them. But this wasn't. I don't think if we weren't covering this, I'm not sure that I would have tuned in. Well, I am sure. I know that I wouldn't have tuned in to watch it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But but we're here, y'all. So anyway, that was what's up, y'all, with my next act. This was Tia's next act. Like Tyra said, I think this might be it, but it is what it is.
I mean, didn't that say by them after the credits, before the credits roll in the movie, and they let you know what happened? It's like Cairo went on to not acting. She's gonna go on and get kid and look out for my new project. A beauty salon Christmas or a beauty salon holiday. Like, that's the part you was screaming about. You barely got, and Tyreek is over there at Ron Rico. Let me
and
go.
A damn executive producer on the project. Girl,
let me go. Is she? Because I said let me go look and see if she is executive producer.
Talking about she had to audition. Tia, BFFR. You just lie. A lie, don't care who tell it.
Girl, yeah. When I was like, she is executive producer. That
this is why.
But we gonna let her have this.
Dallas, but girl.
Anyway, y'all, we're about to get up out of here because we got another live that we have to go to. Ashley, because I got my stuff wired. What's next? What's the next
tonight at 9:15 we have Dune season 2 that we'll be discussing, and then I have Married at First Sight after that for 11:15. But y'all, I don't think it's going to be that late. I think we'll get wrapped up with Dune sooner than that. So please just make sure you're subscribed to everyone on the panel. Make sure you have your notification bells hit, because we are giving you these 3 lives tonight because we're taking tomorrow off. Well, at least the day of tomorrow off. We'll be back tomorrow night to do a live watch along of, is it going to be 2 episodes, EJ, or is it just 1 episode of All the Queen's Men?
They usually do 2 episodes, but they haven't actually said it yet. So, but it's usually 2.
Yes, and if you're a member, I think we might have something going on the Discord for that too, but I'm not making any promises. But yeah, so make sure that your notification bells are hit so you don't miss a thing, y'all.
Yes. All right, y'all. We're about to get up out of here, and we will see y'all later. Peace. Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be.
I'm Otis Williams. I got the singing group.